Streaming hasn't started, but we are recording.
Oh, right on.
All right. Testes. 1, 2.
Testes. I forgot about that.
You forgot about testes?
Yeah.
How do you forget about something you have on your body?
Something you literally
I
think
didn't
about.
And we're
all the
connecting.
time.
My testes.
You wash them, you scratch them, like
We're going live.
Sweet. Yeah. That's a beat there.
all right.
Yeah. You're gonna have to give him a different chair. That's gonna be a problem.
Well, you know.
He's gonna be doing that at little rim shots after jokes and stuff. It's not
All right. So, everybody, welcome into Live Sessions at the Underground, Episode 8. We made it this far. Hopefully, we'll get to 9. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors. We really could not do this without them. Park Hills Underground Radio, KL Media and Entertainment, Smoke Till Valhalla, Craig Wood Shelter Insurance Agency, and Artist United Network. So we're here today with Bigfoot. You guys, man, you can see we got the banner takeover and everything. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. I mean, we knew we had two-piece last week with the Tippy Joe show.
Me and Animal over there.
Yeah, he's probably not going to say anything today either.
No, he's a silent type.
It happens.
He looked up to Silent Bob when he was a kid.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So we got them.
Joe Bob,
We got the whole band this time. We're going to have, what is it, like a partially acoustic thing going on? Or
Yeah.
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 And we even got drums, right?
Well, we have a cahoon.
A cajon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smoked it.
Lots of
Dude.
fun.
That's pretty sure.
So yeah, guys, thanks again for being here. For potential new listeners, why don't we just go ahead and go around and say who you are, what you do in the band?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Caleb. I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm the dirt bag. I'm the good looking one.
And
I play bass.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
Wolfman Michelob. I play the drums and the cajon.
And the cajon. I love
Play a lot
that
of
word.
stuff. Yeah.
Play a lot of stuff.
You know, it's reminiscent of the word cajones because
Yeah.
I've got them.
And you play with them.
So, and then we got Animal on the guitar. I will announce for him, and you're going to find out at times English is hard for me to do it here and there.
English is hard for him to do too. So.
It is. He's always been
My
pretty silent.
second language, my first is gibberish.
There
Yeah,
you go.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking of mastered that one for
Mm-hmm.
sure. So, guys, what have you guys been up to? Like, what's going on with Bigfoot?
You know, just jamming. We do our practice and everything, getting our set tight and right for the June 22nd show up at BUSCH STADIum.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be great, man. We've been putting a lot of work in.
We've got some tunes that we've already recorded that are in mastery right now, still in production, and then we've got some other tunes on the way that we're going to get recorded real soon and hoping to get that out by the end of this year.
Awesome.
And we're scheduling shows left and right. We're all over festivals this year now. We've got Irondale scheduled in September. We've got Park Hill Sauces and Shows. That's coming up the week after the 22nd gig. That's our big one. We're excited about that. We're gonna
We're definitely going to ask you a couple questions about that one here. in a
Heck
minute.
yeah. And then, got some private shows hooked up, and we've got some benefits that we're going to be doing in July. Talk more about that in a little bit.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've got things going down.
It sounds like things are going up, too.
You know,
Things are going.
things are things.
So, like now you get to, like you said, you're going to be playing festivals. You're playing BUSCH Stadium next weekend. Where did you guys start? And, like, did you ever imagine that you would be doing what you're doing right now?
No, not even when we started it. It was just, I was at a bar called Steve's Place, and I was singing karaoke, and he was with a band that had recently split up, and I was singing some Boston, like killing it and stuff, and he comes up to me drunk, you know, and he's like, hey, I'm drunk right now, but we should talk. So the next day he messaged me, and he sent me a message and asked me to sing something. So I had to take my phone and put it at the other end of the house and then go into the kitchen and play the guitar and sing the song because it was just too loud and it was just catching up. But I sent it to him, and he's like, all right, cool. And then he got a hold of a guitar tech, you know, Kevin Smith, and then he knew a guy that would play for us, and then this guy shows up just like this, and he just starts playing like he just starts playing, and then we find something we like, and then I'm like, hey, let's do that, and then he'll mess around with it, and then we'll build it into something. You know, we started off with this song called Wave Goodbye, and then it was Treasure Girl. Yeah.
We got some nods. We got
Yeah,
nods.
man.
Yeah.
We were killing it.
That's a plus on the communication side there.
He's
Yeah.
out of the woodwork, though, for sure. We don't know where he
Yeah.
came from.
I was gonna say he just poofed out of nowhere in the shadow, and he's
Yeah.
like
And it took
shredding.
And I actually got to join on with these guys last year in March, and we've been kind of just making it together since then, and
Yep.
just trying to get our name out there, you know.
Yeah.
Playing the shows we can play, booking good gigs, and getting the crowd out there and dancing and jumping and having a good time.
Yeah, it seems like it's working. So you said you joined like a year ago. How long ago was the start?
Well, we were together for 2 years.
Okay.
And we actually played with a drum machine when we first started. We actually did gigs with a drum machine. we called it Nick. What song was that?
That was a Megadeth tune.
Yeah. Well, at the end of a Megadeth tune, like the music keeps going, and then like they're like Nick, because the drums kept going, you know. So then we
Nice.
named it Nick because it just doesn't stop unless you force it to.
That's awesome. So is there? I'm starting to see a
all right, so it was-
stereotype for the
lame at
bassist.
first.
Oh,
Yeah, dirtbag. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that is the stereotype.
I love the hat, by the way.
Oh, thank you. They are
Dare.
very
If you can't see it on camera, he's wearing a Dare hat.
And it says drugs are really expensive.
Yeah.
Drugs are really expensive.
That's what
They
it says
are,
for Dare.
man. They cost you more than money, bro.
You would definitely know.
And that's for another podcast.
So we actually ended up meeting, Caleb and I did, at the same bar that Doug and Caleb met at.
It's
And
kind of romantic.
It's
Well,
like the
he-
breeder.
Down for scum, you know.
about the karaoke, man. That's what I was about before I got started in a band. I just went around singing karaoke and competitive karaoke, and I've been playing drums since I was in second grade, and playing in church and playing out with different friends and getting
With his
throwing-
balls.
Yeah,
All kinds of stuff, man. He got real good at that.
Put my nutsack on your drum set.
Well, my dress.
Don't touch my drums.
Don't touch my drums.
Don't touch my drums.
So you played, you said you played drums since you've been about 2. What other types of stuff? You mentioned earlier that you played other stuff that weren't your balls.
Yeah.
Other people's balls.
I play lots of different percussion. I've dabbled a little bit piano and a little bit of guitar. Just I like music and just wanted to make it a part of my life. So getting the opportunity to play with these guys has been pretty thrilling, to say the least. And,
Thrilling.
we've got to play a lot of big stages.
Couple
Yeah.
1 or 6, huh?
I do declare it's been rather extraordinary.
Who's that guy?
Definitely didn't expect to, really go this far this fast as we have gone. But we've got momentum. And
Yeah, man, I'm seeing your guys' name everywhere. Period.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So talking about the big shows like the one next week, June 22nd at BUSCH Stadium. Do you guys are there any tickets for that anymore? That's sold out.
Completely sold out.
Done.
That is
sold out.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got to get one
That's
for
something the
myself.
Cardinals can't do right now.
Oh, shots fired.
They're doing all right though.
Yeah.
They're coming back up right now.
It must be
Fingers
hard to
crossed.
manage.
Yeah,
the ball,
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
They won 5 straight series and then couldn't win a game to save their life. It's like, here's the life jacket. Here's my knife.
Well, they almost pitched a no-hitter that one time.
Maybe they just need a little Bigfoot luck, man.
Yeah.
When we get up there and get on stage and jam out for them, they're gonna really get amped and get out there and play a good game that day.
We hope
against the
so.
Giants.
We
That's-
hope we can
that's
be
what
the
I'm hoping
motivation for a good game.
Well, I can't. It's not going to be a negative. I can guarantee that.
Well, I don't want to put too much emphasis on it because if something does go wrong, they might blame us. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Cardinals fans are very superstitious in this area.
Yeah.
So, like, do you guys know exactly where you're going to be setting up and everything like
Yeah,
that?
it's on the third level at the Anheuser-Busch Terrace.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Budweiser Terrace.
Yeah, Budweiser Terrace.
That's
They
cool.
got a big old open bar. There's actually two levels to it, and it's got a bar on the upper level and a bar on the lower level. It says you can see the whole field from those two bars, and
That's where my
see
seat
the
is.
stage. If you turn around, yeah, Dirtbag will be at the bar.
Yeah, you can find me. You know where I'll be.
Recharging that basest energy.
Yeah.
Sounds like breakfast time anyways, man, about noon.
About noon. Second breakfast if you're a hobbit. So we talked about I'm terrible with names, Mike, with what you played. How long, what age did you like really get into singing?
I was pretty young, but I kind of sang without a crowd, like anywhere. I was really nervous to do it. I knew I was decent at it, but I didn't know how to push out and actually try to sing for other people. I did at church for a little bit when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Sang this song, and then everybody liked it. And then I did it every now and then. And then, things happen in life to where I didn't go to church at the moment anymore. And then I started getting into Boston and stuff. My mom introduced me to that, and then I got the love for the classic rock and that sound. And I've always been addicted to it now since then. And I had a little cassette Boston that I had for the longest time. At one time, I wrecked my grandma's car on the way to Festus to pick her up, and I left that tape in the tape deck.
Oh no.
It sucks, man. It was awesome. It had More Than the Feeling, all that stuff on it. I loved it. And then I just kept singing and kept pursuing it. And then I started doing karaoke and kind of getting out there and get the feels of it. And then, here we are. I just got better at it. I just trained myself to sing all the high stuff as much as I could,
Yeah.
Yeah, started.
Which is not easy.
No, it was not easy. I liked Matchbox 20 was my first favorite band when I was young. They were cool to me. So I sang a lot of their stuff and I had a good rhythm in my head, and I just liked it. And then I just kind of followed stuff that always had a good melody and flow, and then that's what I just based my singing off of, the songs that have that, that vibe to them.
He was singing The Little Mermaid to himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Hey, the night I met him, man, I walked in and I was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe it though, man, like what I was hearing, because it was just the pitch, And there was people getting up there all night, and I wasn't paying no attention to them. And then,
Of course, it's karaoke.
yeah,
You're not
but
supposed
then,
to.
then I'm like, did they kick the jukebox on? What the hell is this? And then I look, man, and it's him, and I'm like, Caleb? No. Dude, I'm wasted. That ain't. And then, he did another one, dude, and I was just like, maybe he can sing. Maybe he can sing. Then that's why I was like, I knew I was messed up, so I was like, dude, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I want to talk to you tomorrow. Let's do that. I probably said it 10 times, I bet,
He actually played guitar before he learned bass.
Really?
Oh, yeah, so that just came about, man. We was, jamming, and it was me and him and Caleb, in the basement of my uncle's house, and I didn't have a bass guitar, I just had a guitar, so we, ran to the pawn shop real quick, and I found one on the shelf for $100, and I grabbed it off and went back and I plugged it up to my guitar amp. I didn't even have a bass amp, But we made it work for a minute just to write,
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, man, traded that bass and got a different bass and a different bass, and then
Yep. And now
I
you
still
have
don't barely know how to play one.
And now you have a decent bass.
I think it's killer, man. The
Yeah, it
fretless.
is good.
Oh yeah, it's sweet.
It's smooth.
Yeah, I just got that thing.
It sounds thick.
Yeah, it's sexy, man. The way it slides. That's a sexy word, slide. I like that.
Watch it.
Oh, man.
Before we move on, I want to go back to a couple of things. You were talking about being very nervous to sing out in public before. What, if you could, what kind of advice would you give to a teen or a kid that's struggling with that same kind of thing?
I would say, I know you hear the same thing all the time, but do it in your own time. Just get there to that point, and then maybe introduce it to a friend, kind of get feedback or something, someone that's really normally supportive in feedback rather than, criticism and stuff like that.
Okay.
If they find that person in their life, then that helps a lot too. My mom and my brothers, like they all knew that I had a good voice, and they always tried to push me up with it and stuff. I had 2 older brothers, so I just went with it, and then I think that's what the youth these days now, if they're kind of nervous of getting out there and kind of wanting to show everybody what they can do, just know that when you go out to play most shows, you're never going to see those same people again the next time. It's always going to be a new crowd, so you're constantly putting it out to different people, so you're getting a first-time reaction from these people most of the time. And if you just put that in your head and just know that it's basically the equivalent of looking at the crowd with imagining they all have underwear on, so you're not so embarrassed.
Right.
I do that all
Yeah.
the time.
And then when you go back and you get that first time when someone's like, hey, I really like what you did there, like that's more of the confidence you need. You ride on that for a minute. There's going to be haters every now and then, but I'm not perfect, but I'm just a decent singer.
Right.
That's all. So.
I think that's really good advice. Really good advice. All right, I'm not going to lie to you. The second thing, completely forgot about it after he was talking. So we're just going to move on from that point. But yeah, it was really good advice for somebody that's, would struggle with confidence. And so thanks for that.
Yeah, man.
So we talked about your big show coming up. What other kind of shows? You mentioned festivals that you got going on. Why don't we go over what your schedule's looking like?
Yeah.
So you got June 22nd, June 29th is going to be the Sauces and Shows here in Park Hills. And they're going to have bands all over the place here in the downtown area on like Flat River. And then we're going to be playing 5 to 7 on that day.
You'll be on the stage up the road, right?
If I haven't really received word that I know of
Okay.
on what stage we're supposed to be on.
I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of just show up to these places and they just stick us somewhere. So
I'll get that wrapped up this week probably, but I think it'd be the one. There's gonna be one, if I remember right. They have one in between the bar up here and that restaurant just on the other side of that little sitting area in between the buildings up here on
Yeah.
Main Street.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. It took me a minute to figure it out.
And then they said they're going to have one down here where this, I believe they said they were going to have one down here where this farmer's market pavilion sits.
Gotcha.
Right down here by Flat River. So I'm not for certain which stage yet we're going to be on, but we'll definitely put that out whenever we get that information.
and July 4th, what are we doing?
So July
Freedom Fest.
4th, we're going to, Freedom Fest. We just booked that.
Yeah, Michael Blakey's going to be there.
Yep.
Cool.
Troy, the blues juggler, he's going to be there.
Oh, heck yeah, that dude's awesome.
BTH Blaze will be there, I know that.
That dude's cool.
And then yours truly, of course, Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be playing 1 to 3 that day.
okay.
And then we've got the Irondale Festival. That's our last festival. That's in September, but we're going to be playing for 4 hours that day.
Wow.
What, do you know, Caleb, the timing on that? Did we get an answer back on that?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
We got some other stuff too, man.
Oh, we've got a whole bunch of other shows lined up. And we've got 2 benefits. That's going to be July 13th at the Potosi Elks Club. That's a benefit for
Cancer.
cancer patient.
Yeah.
Cancer sucks.
And yeah, we're standing up to cancer heavy this summer.
That's
We've
right.
got another benefit for a cancer patient in Deloge at the Deloge VFW on July 20th.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that.
We're going to bring our A game for those, really.
Oh yeah,
You guys will be back here at some point in August, I think.
August 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
August
find
31st.
The Nasty Fest.
There we
We
go.
got
Yeah.
Backwoods sometime too, right?
July 6th.
Backwoods.
And July 6th, Backwoods. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of information to keep in my noggin.
Yeah. But you're the best at it, so.
Yeah. Everybody's got something.
So you guys are busy and all kinds of good stuff. Like you said, benefits for cancer patients. Like, that's awesome, guys.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's great.
We like our communities that we live in, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we
just
enjoy
wanna
the
do our
people
best
that
to
are
help.
around. We enjoy our fans that like to come out to the shows that we
Yeah.
get to see again and again, and they tell us how much they love us and
Even if it's just motivation,
supporting us.
giving it to them, you know.
Who hasn't lost somebody
worth
to
it.
cancer, you know? So
Yeah, I lost my stepfather to liver cancer.
lost
so-
my
I
dad.
lost my stepmom. My mom was affected by it.
Lost my uncle just recently.
Yep.
Cancer.
Yeah,
And cancer sucks.
it
Rest
does.
in peace, Uncle Terry.
Rest in peace. Moving on from that, 4 hour set. Like, I gotta ask, like, what kind of preparation goes into being able to do that? Like, as a DJ, 4 hours is like, okay, I can do that, but it's completely different for a band. Like,
For
that's
a
crazy.
singer, lots of water.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Lemon
damn.
water, honey, like potato chips.
Beer.
Really?
Yeah, potato chips
Beer.
work great because
beer,
they
bro.
coat. This is gonna sound weird, but they coat your throat with oil. And
yeah.
it
Coat
makes it it makes it
Yeah.
easier to sing. And
Okay, I found the clip for the podcast today. Coat your throat with oil.
That's what Bigfoot does, man.
yeah, that's great. I'm glad I
Coat
could
your
provide that for
throat.
you. That's right.
That's our new hit song.
Fantastic. Throat oil. But no, that's okay. Potato chips, lots of water, honey. Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
that's got to be insane.
it is. It's a couple days preparation, but I kind of just do it in my own time. I don't slack on it a lot. I do eat the potato chips. I like those. But there's been
He
days
goes, I
where
don't have a problem with that.
yeah, there's been days where there's been gigs where we have 2 4-hour gigs back to back. So in 2 days, like we play 8 hours of music.
Wow.
Let's tell them about that one bad gig where you just blew your voice out. and it
Oh
was
yeah,
gone,
we
dude.
went down to
Yeah,
this
we're-
place in DeSoto, man. Oh, it was right before Halloween, and we went down to play a gig down there. And Matt Jinkerson, he was our drummer at the time, and my vocals shot out. Like the first song came out okay, it was kind of getting vibrated at the end, and then the second song, nothing. I sounded like it was just
Wow.
It was bad.
He's like, I really can sing, Miss Bartender Lady.
Yeah, so we ended up giving like the money back, and was just like, here, just take it back.
We did
man.
not
Sorry.
get a call back.
No, we didn't. We didn't get a call back.
Well, hey, it happens.
But we did the
alright.
right thing and gave the money back.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, here, take
absolutely.
it back.
Have it.
Yeah. We tried.
So we got the long-term prep from the singer, like as a drummer or bassist or guitarist. Like 4 hours of playing an instrument is 4 hours of playing an instrument.
Oh, dude, I've got my prep.
I was gonna say, I think the dirtbag just smokes a lot of weed before a show.
You know, before my old tradition was wake up in the morning knowing I had a gig, you know, about 6:30, and grab a little vodka and, you know, some roll me up a tater and watch a little cartoons, man, and eat some breakfast and take a nap. Wake back up, you know, about noon. Drink me a little vodka, roll me another tater, and watch a few more cartoons until I started raiding the girlfriend's closet to find what I was going to wear.
That's it.
Finally, I'd show up at the gig, and these guys were like, "You're not drunk, right?" I was like, "No, I got plenty of sleep today. I feel refreshed, you know. And I'll have just a beer or watch, you know. Then I'll drink that beer and go outside, drink a little vodka, come back in, roll me a joint.
That's our dirt bag.
Then about that time, it's first song 30. You know?
Yeah.
Clip number 2.
Oh man. I'll tell you what. Right now he looks like a roadie clown that got fired halfway through his gig.
Oh, dude, yesterday I went to this festival, man. It was the Moses Austin in Potosi, and they had this inflatable bouncy house thing, but it was just sitting there, and it was like all the parts were there to make it work, but they didn't hook it up. So I went over and went to hook it up, and I seen the strap was broke. I was like, oh, that's why. So I rigged it up and got it solid and tight, turned it on, it blew up, kids started getting in it, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then I went around, asked permission to make sure, and he's like, yeah, if you got it to work, that's great. And how many kids, you know? And he's like, 5, whatever. So then I walk around, and pretty soon it's like I'm a carny. I'm dressed pretty normal, I think, but I looked like a carny. All the kids were coming to me and asking permission, and I felt like a carny, so I just like, do what you want, and I left.
He just left them to their own vices. See you later.
It was pretty solid when I left. They were having fun, you know.
That's the basis prep.
So it's just in. 5 kids are injured.
Yeah, I was sober, man. I actually haven't even been drinking. Like, I can joke about it, but I don't drink as much as I used to. I actually kind of quit drinking.
Definitely
Yeah,
proud of
you've
it.
done great, man. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
We write more songs when I don't drink, you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
But I had a good ritual for a while, and it was fun.
And it's really strange, but you play better.
Maybe I do, man.
crazy
I
how that
wouldn't know.
works.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, man. For like a whole year of the band, I don't remember what we did.
You don't have to look at me and go,
What
you
are
know
we
you messed
doing?
up anymore. I caught that. Sorry.
I gotta have a lot of energy drinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
bet.
what I do to prepare for a 4-hour gig.
I
Maybe a
can't
couple
do anything.
towels.
Safer
Yeah,
than meth.
Yeah.
Or a headband of some
Definitely.
sort, man.
I definitely sweat
Yeah.
pretty bad. So yeah.
You have to just let the sweat burn your eyes and get your eyes used to being burnt by sweat and just keep going with it.
That's why I wear this hat.
Yeah.
Keeps the sweat out of my eyes.
I try to, man. My eyebrows, they seem to secrete quite a bit of sweat.
Yeah, I can understand that.
That's another one of those words, secrete.
Secrete.
Yeah.
Secrete.
Or secretion.
So, Animal, what is your prep for long shows? Awesome. Appreciate it.
I love the silence break.
So, all right, there's the prep now. Like, music-wise, like what goes into the set, and because I know like voice-wise, or some songs are going to be more intensive for you or him or whatever. So, how do you set the balance so everybody's not like burnt out at the same time?
Honestly, it depends on the crowd. If it's a ready to rock crowd, we rock.
Okay.
And
I think we've done pretty good at learning each other on when each one of us getting tired and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you need a break right now,
Yeah.
So
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Sometimes I'll walk off stage and these guys will just rip and just keep ripping
Yeah.
for a while and just burn some time, let me get my air back, and then
we leave his bitch ass on stage to
That's
do
right.
whatever he do.
that's right.
We go outside.
Yeah.
Light up a tater.
Yeah, the light of a tater.
Speaking of, do you have a charger? My vape pen died.
What kind of charger you need?
Type C, man.
See, we might.
You say we can, baby?
Yeah, I don't care.
We're looking for a charger.
I'm freaking out, man.
I don't know, man.
I'll be okay.
You're all right.
I think we might ought to take that time to mention our sponsors and thank them for helping us get this banner and some T-shirts.
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
that. They're all on that banner. I don't know if you can quite see them on the video.
Probably not.
But you got Hoots 2, Midwest Press, Dragon Vapor, and Backwoods Convenience Bar and Grill. And then we picked up some newer ones recently with Red's Hauling and Washington County Recycling and Smoke Till Valhalla. And those guys are all awesome for supporting live music, and we really hope you go check them out. Most of those guys are in Potosi area, Hoots 2 and Cadet. Smoke Till Valhalla's actually got 2 locations in Bismarck and
now.
Leadington.
They're just in Leadington now, right?
How did they?
I didn't know if it was official yet.
They posted about it on Facebook.
Oh,
so.
did they? Then I missed it.
Okay.
That's my bad, but they're still awesome bunch of dudes, and we
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely. I mean, you hear us say their name on here quite
Yeah,
a bit
they-
because they
They
sponsor
sponsor
us.
us,
Yeah.
so.
Hell yeah.
They're both just great guys.
Yeah, they're
great
pretty
team.
cool.
Good products. They know what they're talking about, and they're good for the community. There you go. So speaking of locations, that was more of a headshot, but venues. You guys have played plenty of shows at this point. What would you say is, or do you have a favorite venue that you've played?
I love Pops.
I love Pops. Also, I like Pops stage a lot.
Oh, man. It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
They have the most experience. Safe to say, they've put
they
on
just-
quite a few shows.
Very
They know
professional.
exactly what-
Man,
Staff.
they just,
Yeah.
I mean, bam, bam, bam.
They get
done.
each band up there, and then you
Quick.
sound check. Boom.
Even though it's a super small stage, Backwoods has been extremely good to us.
Yeah, they have.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's where most of our crowd is.
Our
Yeah,
fan base is
It started
definitely in
our
Hopewell.
first gig there. I owed a beer tab, and it was up to about $300, and I was like, hey, man, can my band play there and kind of work my tab off? And they're like, yeah. So we played, and then they booked us again. They're like, yeah, we'll pay you next time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll have to say we do love playing here at the Underground, though.
Yeah.
That was my first show with these guys, so that was a lot of fun. Really,
Yeah, the Underground's great.
exciting for me.
I was actually going to name as many places as I could before we got to this place. Just to, but honestly,
Damn.
just kidding. We, of course, love this place.
Yeah, we know you do. We know.
This stage
We
is-
know Animal does too, even though I've never heard him talk.
He won't say it.
Yeah.
This place is part of our growth.
Hey,
He
look
walked
at
in
there.
with a
Thumbs
chubby. I
up.
thought I seen a little red rocket sticking out of there.
I think his favorite place to play is the woods.
In the woods.
Yeah,
The woods.
I would say so.
I've not seen him refuse a gig yet.
True.
He's never said no,
Never, not once. He just shows up.
Yeah, it's because he just shows up and
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he doesn't talk.
he's ready to party.
yeah.
All right.
he's just ready to go.
Got his mask on, doing his thing.
He's just like, I'm here. I'm ready.
The truth is, everyone here is just riding my coattails. No.
Typical lead singer.
Duh. Hurry up and make something good.
So speaking of making something good, if you had potential new listeners, what would you say, you guys sound like, or where your sound comes from, or inspiration on that?
It's a mixture of, I can say down to a few. I'd say Motley Crue, sometimes some Megadeth or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
I mean, everything. We're influenced by everything, you know.
We got some metal sounding stuff. We got
Yeah.
some just funky sounding stuff. It's one of the newer songs we wrote and fooled around. I like playing the funk beats, so I kind
Yeah,
of
no, that
yeah.
one's fun.
That one
I
is
think
fun.
that one's got a little bit of, not really Black Crows, but another band like that.
we try to keep it traditional like rock. That's I think the goal for all of us is to just rock out.
And that's
yeah.
that's very important to continued success, right? Everybody
Buck
on the
chairs.
same
Just
page.
have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we're about. We're just like, we like having fun and just
It's the party, man.
putting on a great show, man. I love the bigger the crowd, the more the energy. And like, that's what
Yeah.
you need, man. You need that energy to put on
Yeah.
a really good show. If it's a small crowd, you can still do your thing and sound good and stuff like that. But man, the impact is way
I can
bigger.
say the absolute same from a
Yeah.
DJ perspective. Like, if
Yeah.
you got 3 people in there, you're like, yeah, I can do my thing.
Yeah.
But I really wish there was, it's a completely different vibe. You feed off of it, and it's a lot easier to read that kind of a crowd, too. As long, if there's people here, you'll be able to pick up on something at least.
That's what we're chasing in reality, is the thrill of it. Like
Yeah.
reaching a bigger crowd and just,
I do it for the money.
I mean, that's nice too, but man, it's still going to be the love over music.
Yeah, of course. Like, you don't put this much time and effort into it if you don't love
If
it.
you don't have
Yeah.
passion for it, you won't want to do it.
We've had practice 2 days a week for the past 3.5 years almost, and just pushing hard. Like,
Yeah, that was going to be another
Yeah.
question.
yeah, we do. We practice quite a bit, and
Twice a week. Yep.
twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays,
Every week, like clockwork.
every week.
Holidays and not, man. If we ain't doing nothing else, we're practicing.
Yep.
Yep.
Makes sense.
At our age, you got to.
Yeah. You got to stay hot on it, man, because it's like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is, and you can tell if you miss. Like, we have missed practices before, but I can count on, 2 hands how many,
Right.
in the last time. But man, if you don't practice for like,
You get sloppy, man.
Yeah, you miss,
feel like you lose a little bit of your connection, because
yeah,
a lot of things we go on feeling because we don't really look at each other the whole time we're playing, So we just feel where each other's out, listen to how we're playing it, It's like, oh, but slow down.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I
The bass
easily
player's
have.
drunk again.
what the hell is he doing?
I
Why is he
usually
playing?
have the worst view on stage because I have to look at Caleb's ugly asshole.
That's right. You're welcome.
I'd imagine Doug's is even worse though.
Yeah, but I'm not
He's
in front of
off to my
nobody.
periphery.
You don't have to look directly at him. So, like, you're talking 2 days a week, and you got to stay consistent. You got to, each one of you has different lives. Even Animal in his woods and everything, he's got his own thing going on too. Like, families, jobs. Like, how do you balance everything?
It's
A lot of weed.
Yeah.
Well, I just, he smokes a lot of weed. I just work hard, and I just, no, he works hard too, man. He does. He's a good hard worker. Yeah.
I jackhammered concrete in this place actually when it was flooded out.
Really?
A long time ago, yeah, when he was trying to rebuild and get this place up and running. And somebody, I don't remember who told me, but I was like, yeah, I'll go down there. I ain't doing nothing today. So I hurried my ass down here and like jackhammered concrete all fucking day and made $150. Sorry about my language, man. Shoot.
Too late now.
No, dude, it was cool. That's where my very first little connection kind of was made down here, and I got to telling these guys, because we were in the band at the time, and I'm like, there's getting ready to be a cool club right there in Park Hills,
Yeah.
And then
We wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for keeping the balance is the fact that we're able to play at so many different places in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've played, we were talking about Backwoods here at Park Hills Underground. We just did a gig at the Sand Trap over on the other side of Park Hills.
Yep.
And there's like Brick House Social, and there's the Bullpen and stuff that we still have to get to. And, there's so many places just around here that we could go play that we could almost stay here forever and just do that.
Yeah.
Get our songs out.
Hey, and sometimes that works out just to be what you were looking for, but it's crazy how much effort like people don't get to see from behind the scenes.
I do at some point want to travel and play.
Well, we get to go to St.
yeah.
Louis, and we're definitely not gonna stick just to this locale, but we get to go to St. Louis, and we're planning on getting out there and getting our name out there a little bit further into the Midwest and possibly even the East Coast and the West Coast. Man, we're gonna
spread
go.
outward.
So,
Well, I mean,
but like you said, the balance thing, we gotta get everybody on the same page for putting dates together for a possible tour, and right now we want to get that album out. I think that's what we're hungry for. I think that's what I'm hungry for sure.
yeah.
Getting that album out, getting our music out to people's ears, and then we can go where we want to go, and people will know who we are whenever we show up and be like, that's Bigfoot. I listen to their music,
Right, and like Caleb was saying on the singing and being nervous about it on your own time, don't
Definitely.
push it and force it.
And I think that's the big thing. We're all kind of just making sure we've got the nuts and bolts tight on all the songs that we've written together so far. They had a bunch of the songs written whenever I came on, but then since then, we've actually written, I think, 3 or 4 songs together.
no, they were all ideas I had before I met you.
Yeah. So F right off.
He's wrong about everything he said was a lie. just
Everything.
now.
Every last word.
My advice, dude, if you're not out there busting your ass to get shit done, it ain't gonna happen. You can't lay back. You gotta push forward. Now make sure you can do it. If you're just learning your instrument, don't run out there in front of a bunch of people and make an ass yourself. But you know what? Get in that bedroom, learn, practice. Put the porn down, stay off Pornhub, look up some guitar tabs.
Marty Schwartz.
Yes. Everything's out there. I mean, you can learn from anything and everything. That's why the little kids are so amazing today.
Yeah.
Because, you had to buy a magazine to read, a tab, back in the day, that finding things was harder, Or you better have one sharp ear and a good knowledge of your neck, that was the only other way. And now you got kids just
Raised on
shredding.
radio, man.
Oh, my God.
Man, they
those
are
guys.
awesome. It's just teenagers in school, man. They ripped the 80s.
is
They did
not
Separate
fair
Ways
they're
with
so
Journey.
good.
They did YYZ.
Wow.
They did it good.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Kids.
So,
Sounds like somebody
so
we're going to talk to.
you got to
Oh,
push
they're cool,
hard.
man.
You got to push hard. So if you're going to be in your bedroom and you really want to do it, practice hard.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The harder you practice, the better it'll come out whenever it's time for you to unleash it, So,
Yeah.
so if you're going to give it your all and really go for it, give it your all and really go for it.
Right, you got to put in the work off the stage so it looks right on
Yeah,
the stage
you have to. Absolutely.
and sounds
You
right.
think I just wear this tutu here, man? Come on, dude. I practiced at home forever.
Prances around in front of the mirror, man.
He does.
That's right, dude.
He says, I do me.
You looked as good in the tutu, you do the same.
And then he yells back and he says, I put the lotion on its skin.
All right, now you're taking it a little further.
I'm just kidding.
I'm all out of lotion, bro.
Oh, God.
Okay, so not music related. Who's the funniest in the band?
I'll go ahead and say Caleb.
No. Maybe me and Dirtbag.
Dirtbag, for sure.
I'd say. And our guitar tech. He's
Of course.
pretty funny, too.
The animal never says anything, so you don't know if he's funny or not. Just funny looking.
I still think he's making faces under that mask.
I guarantee it.
He looks badass.
He's judging us. Yep, he's staring at me. I'm being judged.
Yep. Laser focus.
It's like Judge Dredd's long-haired cousin.
I like to think he's in hiding because he was like secretly like Jason Bourne, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't want
You
to
know,
push him too
he
hard.
could be a serial killer.
He
Could be, man.
All right, and one last question before we start getting ready for the transitions and
I'm not doing
promos of the shows.
I'm just wearing the clothes.
I think we were talking about segment transition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. If you any act, dead or alive, if you could open for them, who would it be to experience it?
Man.
If it was me, I'd say Soundgarden.
Soundgarden,
wow.
Dude, yes, that would be awesome.
Chris Cornell, R.I.P. Man, that's my idol. Like I love Chris Cornell. Like, he's a bad.
You guys had to ask. I was going to refrain from talking about it, but since you brought it up, I've always thought about and dreamed about opening for the Cottonmouth Kings.
Oh man.
Oh,
Huh.
oh,
Too fucking late.
I would have said early Van Halen, man.
Van Halen would have been a great
not
show.
Van Hagar.
Not Van Hagar.
Joe Dierte.
I like that guy. We would have got along.
I would say
Bet.
if he had a say, I would say anything with Randy Rhoads would probably be.
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
Randy Rhoads stickers all over his gear and stuff. So
Got a little blow up doll at home with Randy Rhoads' face taped to the front of it.
nice. There you go. Hey man, to each his own.
So speaking
I'm
of,
sorry, man. He looks like he might
speaking of
shoot me.
Cottonmouth Kings, I know we got a couple things we wanted to announce for the underground.
Yeah, did you write him
I
down?
wrote a couple of them down for you.
Oh wow, you're so good to me.
Yeah, and it's legible semi.
If I may, real quickly.
Yeah.
I've seen those guys more times than any other live act that I've ever seen.
Huh.
And I've been a fan of them since I was 10 years old. So whenever I saw that show posted on Park Hills, I was like, fuck, yeah. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Excuse me, the F-bomb.
It's all
but,
good.
You know.
Yeah, no, they'll be here July 19th.
Yes.
And yeah, it'll be a good show. Coming up though, we've also got on July 7th here at Park Hills Underground, Rehab and Scotty Austin of Saving Abel. It's gonna be an outdoor festival. It'll be a lot of fun. Then on Monday, August 5th, we've got Trapped. You guys opened for Trapped here last year.
We did.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
That was good. It was fun.
Yeah, so they'll be back. Ought to be a fun show.
Cool.
Definitely. Yeah, I want to say, thanks guys for being here. I know we had two of you last week. Now we got the whole thing. I'm excited about it. You guys are playing BUSCH STADIUM next week, sold out on the 22nd. You got Freedom Fest coming up on July 4th. You got all kinds of stuff coming up. You guys are busy. If any information you guys want on Bigfoot Band, go to Bigfoot Band STL on Facebook. Any other locations for information?
Yeah, Bigfoot Music 22 on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
And then we also have, actually, our YouTube page is getting pretty full now with videos. I think it's just at Bigfoot Music, isn't it?
I think so. And then
Yeah.
also you can
YouTube.
find our music on Spotify, Apple iTunes, and all your
On
local
any
major
streaming platform.
streamers.
Gotcha.
Just look up
Put
Bigfoot
down
Treasure
the
Girl.
porn and pick up Spotify, man.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Definitely want to say thank you to you guys for having us.
Yeah, for
today.
sure.
And
Definitely.
Yeah.
Glad that
excited to
glad we're
play.
doing it in general, man. It's been a lot of fun for us, and we'll go ahead and we'll start getting the transition going for you guys to get your stuff ready and get moved in the seats. And I'll thank our sponsors. And if you want to, do you need to help them out with anything?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Lame.
So I'm gonna keep only my mic live, but that will still pick up everything. Okay, keep that in mind. So thank you guys. I'm going to thank our sponsors again for obvious reasons. You guys, we couldn't do this without you. We appreciate your support. Park Hills Underground Radio, or Park Hills Underground Radio, KL Media and Entertainment, Smoke Till Valhalla, Craigwood Shelter Insurance Agency, and the Artist United Network. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. We're going to start getting this going. Again, we've got Rehab and Scotty Austin of Saving Abel, July 7th. It's going to be outdoor stage. You'll have food. I believe we have food trucks. There's different tiers. You can get your VIP and meet and greet with Rehab. So that's going to be a big one.
Turn my mic up.
You want to turn it up? That was 4?
Yeah.
Testing.
If you want to get tickets for that, you can go to our Facebook page, Park Hills Underground, and then find the event page. It should be pinned to the top of the Facebook page, and then there should be a link for tickets.
All right. Thank you. Make it easy for them. Easier it is, the more people will show up. So basically, be there for that one. It's going to be huge. You know the songs. We about ready then?
Ready.
Are we doing the set?
Yes. How many are we planning on doing? Just so I have an idea.
Isn't it fooling around, pretty girl?
No, let's just do 3, right? Yeah, so
All right.
let's do Hopeless, Sleeping, and Half Lit. Can we do that?
We're just getting set up. We'll be getting to the performance part with Bigfoot. You can see the banner. You guys know him from around the area, Backwoods Bar and Grill here at the Park Hills Underground. Again, they're playing BUSCH STADIUM June 22nd. That's next week. Alan, you're going to that, aren't you? Oh, yeah, he's got a mic to move.
What?
You're going to the show next week, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, and then also, what am I thinking? I need to announce who we got next week. That is Raylan Winnick, local around here. She's really an amazing singer. Looking forward to having her out. It's going to be a good time. It will be at 4:30 again. And then look for, I know I'm behind on YouTube video posts. Been incredibly busy, if you you guys all know. But we'll get those updated. You can check our podcast on Spotify, anywhere you listen to your music or podcasts. And then go and like and follow our page on Facebook for updates and all that good stuff. And make sure, you're here, you know where it's at now. But we did move over to the live sessions page. Tell your friends. You guys about ready? Do I need to keep talking for a minute?
Are you good? Alright, Animal?
Jump back, I get stacked. You're gonna give me a heart attack. You cut loose, you red goose. You party hard enough, you're gonna tie a noose around the neck of yours. You turned around like a revolving door. You pull the trigger, fire pin. You're outnumbered, no way to win. Today, we need to settle down. Someday, we gotta stop messing around. Today, need to settle down. Someday, before we die, we gotta stop fooling around. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, a head rush, you got to crush. So stop looking, cause you're making me blush. I need you to want me to do to you whatever I please. And now you've walked this line, I guaranteed at least a dozen times. I bet you're feeling pretty dizzy now. It feels like you got turned around. Today, we need to settle down. Someday, we gotta stop messing around. Today, we need to settle down. Someday, before we die, we gotta stop fooling around and let her hit now. to settle down. Someday before we die, we gotta stop fooling around. Today, we need to settle down. Someday before we die, we gotta stop fooling around. Today, we need to settle down. Someday before we die, we gotta stop fooling around. Yeah.
All right.
Ready, man?
She's the girl I wanna take home tonight. A wild child, she'll make you feel alright. Lips like heaven, she's got the ocean in her eyes, and she will shine if the light hits her right. She's on my mind right now, but I'm not coming down. I'm high above the big white clouds, and baby, I will stick around. I searched around the world for not just any girl, whoa, whoa, but my treasure girl. She looked my way, yeah, I waved as she walked by. She smiled back, igniting all my love inside. I gotta make a move right now, or the moment might pass me by. I gotta do what I can. I'm gonna be her guy. Ooh, hey, she's on my mind right now, but I'm not coming down. I'm high above the big white clouds, and baby, decided when you're not around. I'm sorry, babe, but I get around. Ooh, I'm just looking for fun. Ooh, my heart is on the run. Yeah, baby, won't you stay a while? I even said you could stay the night. I picked you up in the lost and found. I told you, babe, that I get around. I said, ooh, I'm just looking for fun. Yeah, I done told you, baby, ooh, my heart is on the run. Here we go. You want me to run to you, but there's others just like you. What's a man supposed to do? Hopeless romantic you. Want me to run to you, but there's others just like you. What's a man supposed to do? Hopeless romantic you. Now ooh, I'm just looking for fun. Yeah, I done told you, baby. Ooh, I got you on the run. It's what I do, I can't help myself. It's all fun and games, but I stay on the shelf. For passerbys to observe the stock, I like to lust, but I love to rock. I said, ooh, I'm just looking for fun. Yeah, I done told you, baby, ooh, I've got you on the run. Take it away now. I'm just looking for fun. Yeah, I done told you, baby. Oh, I've got you on the run. Here we go. Want me to run to you, but there's others just like you. What's a man supposed to do? Hopeless romantic you. Want me to run to you, but there's others just like you. What's a man supposed to do? Hopeless romantic you. Hopeless romantic you. Hopeless romantic you. Hopeless romantic you. Hopeless romantic you.
That's Bigfoot. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You guys are awesome. Nice set. Appreciate it. Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, man.
Like Fergie and Jesus, bud. Fergie and Jesus. So, guys, thanks again for coming out. You guys got, again, next week, BUSCH STADIUM, sold out show.
Yeah.
Maybe they can bring the luck to the Cardinals that they need.
Maybe.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter if they bring luck to them or not. They're going to bring you one hell of a show. So if you guys got tickets to that, enjoy it.
You know what? We wish luck to the other bands too. So it's gonna be cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your day, guys. This is the end. Appreciate it. Have a good one.